Record this one too.
Got it.
All right, John, what's going on, man?
Hey, what is going on? We're a month out from nationals.
I know you getting ready. What are you talking about? I just did nationals. I just came back.
Wow, that was the F class. That the F class stands for food class. The wine and cheese committee out there.
Yeah, man, that was a fun match. I tell you what.
I
Over
tell you
in
what, I've never
Bisley.
seen a range where you can drink that much and still go shoot.
It was grape juice. What are you talking about?
It was great juice. Yeah,
Yeah, that Bisley range is freaking awesome. Anyway, we
yeah,
got
it
rained
looked
on.
beautiful.
We saw all that. We got soaked. Anyway, so I'm at 95,000 subscribers.
Dang, dude, that's awesome.
And you're at 17
Yeah,
something.
I just cracked 17 last week. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a little let's play a little game.
Oh boy.
Let's have a race. Let's have a race to I'm gonna go to 100,000 and you're gonna go to 20,000. So
Okay.
you only have 3,000 to go. I got 5,000 to go. Okay.
All right. All right.
All right. And I don't know. We need to have a bet, some kind of a bet. So the loser, what does the loser have to do?
Well, it's too late to get a shirt that says something, smarmy that you have to wear around. And I don't suppose you can easily find yourself a one-piece romper. So
So
uh
I saw this. Some of the drag racers do this. They don't bet for money. They bet for you daddies.
oh no.
So maybe we
Not
can
the
do that.
dreaded you daddy.
We can bet. We can bet you daddies. So for those of you that don't know what a you daddy is, it's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of money, we bet you daddies, and we may do 5, 10, whatever we decide on the number. So what
Yeah.
ends up happening is you can cash out those you daddies at any time.
All
And
right.
at any time, if you lose, I can come up to you and say, "Hey, John, who's the best shooter in the world?" And you have to say,
I'm not going to practice because it's not going to be me.
anyway. So you would say,
You
"You
daddy."
daddy." That's where that would be worth one, you daddy, and vice versa, right? If I lose, then you can ask me anything, and then I have to answer with you daddy, right?
All
So
right. That sounds like a fair competition.
hopefully, nationals is not that far away. Hopefully we can get there. One of us can get there by then. And then we can use up
Then we'll have some real fun.
some of those you daddies at nationals. That would be a lot of
Otherwise, we're gonna
fun.
have to wait till Southwest.
Oh, we better not have to wait that long. We're not gonna wait that long, but I'm just wondering how soon. If we can get it by nationals, that'd be awesome because we can have
I
some
might
really good footage
I
of
might
you
just
saying
hold
you
out one
daddy.
till next year.
Do what?
I might just hold on to some for next year at nationals.
Yeah, well, too bad you ain't gonna get none. So,
Oh.
uh, anyway, I think that'll be fun. What else you got going on your channel?
Oh, just been working up that new PRC Wildcat and having fun with that and doing some testing and just getting it ready for nationals. Starting a
That's
new
what you're
cartridge
bringing
is
to
never easy.
nationals.
I'll let you know in 5 days. I have two fully developed 284s that are my like really solid backups. So I'm not really worried, but I feel like I've got that PRC pretty dialed in, and I'm shooting a really big regional this weekend. So that'll be sort of its final test to see if I'm really comfortable taking it to nationals. I don't like taking a new cartridge to nationals, but I've put a lot of work and I've put a couple barrels into it already, and um, I
You've
don't know.
used up
We'll
2
see.
barrels already. Wow, and you still haven't dialed in. You don't have it dialed in.
The first one wasn't my chamber. The first one
Pretty-
was just getting used. I've already burned through. This is. I've already gone through 24 pounds of this.
Wow. Wow.
So, or I'm sorry, I'm on my 24th. I'm on my third jug right now. So yeah, no, it's been interesting. So it's you know what it's like. I mean, you've done it more than I have. So
No, I don't burn up 2 barrels trying to figure out if I like something. So no, I don't know what it's like. I guess you're just more stubborn than I am.
stubborn or stupid, one of the two.
But you've shot some really okay. I'm gonna punish you a little bit. You've shot some really good scores with that. Like what is there still that you got to figure out? I mean, I figured when you shot that 597 at 1,000 yards, I
Yeah.
figured, oh, he's done. But apparently you're not.
Um. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a pretty 597. I
I'll
mean,
take a ugly five. I will take the ugliest of the 597s if I can do that consistently.
so will I. But you know, the next day it did open up a little bit on me. So I mean, it's um, you know, I'm in the middle of. I mean, as you know, we've talked about it a little bit. I'm in the middle of fire forming 500 pieces of brass for nationals. I'd been rotating the same. I was on 10 firings, and I will say it's the beauty. I don't even have it here, but I mean, I will tell you, it's the beauty of choosing a cartridge that uses Lapua brass, right? Like we always talk about it, but I mean, I'm on. This is literally on its 10th firing. I only had 200 pieces of brass that I had been just cycling. They were on their 10th firing for this set of brass, and you would swear they were brand new. I mean, the primer pockets, the necks, I mean, as shoulder, everything has just held up so much better than when I was shooting. We'll just say another Magnum. Ah, cramp. Than when I was shooting another Magnum that I was blowing out primer pockets in 2 firings with. So
Yeah.
that's been really awesome. But no, I mean, yeah, no, the 597 was awesome. But it was, I mean, look, we always talk about it, and it's a lot of it's in our head. But I mean, it was an ugly 597. I caught a lot of liners. It was not the kind of it was not the kind of shooting that would give me confidence going to a national level match. You know, and I've done a lot of work to shrink that down. I'm shooting a confident half-minute group now, and so as long as that holds up through this weekend, which is my first match since I've got this barrel, the new barrel on, then I'll feel pretty good about it. So
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough.
yeah,
I'm just bringing my old and tired 284.
Sheehan.
The Shehane. Well, I'm calling it the Wimp. This is the Wheeler
Wimp.
improved.
Oh, that's right.
It's a 284 Shehane, but it has the Wheeler magic, and it's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's been blessed.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm calling it the Wimp. WH-IMP.
And that's what you
WH for
shot at
Wheeler.
Europe, right?
Yep, that's what I shot
Yeah.
in Europe, and it shot great. I mean, it
Yeah.
held up great. It did fall a little bit out of tune. I mean, you know, I'm going from here to all the way to freaking Bisley, England. So,
Yeah.
but you know, I just cranked that tuner and I was back in it.
Yeah. Is that what you're taking to Worlds also?
Yep. Yeah, because I already shipped the ammo, so you know, I have no choice.
You got brass being worked everywhere. Brass for Europe, brass for
I know
Worlds,
it
brass for
gets crazy
nationals.
when you start traveling. It gets crazy because you have to ship stuff so far in advance that, yeah, like I said, my world ammo is already shipped, and it had to ship before I came back from England. So before I left to England, so you know, there's 700 pieces of brass going to the worlds. There's 400 pieces of brass that I had in England. You know what I mean? So there's 1,100 pieces of brass, and these are loads that you hope they hold up.
Right.
So what I did is I couldn't. There's 1,100 rounds, right there. I'm like, man, I just couldn't do it with one barrel. I could have possibly. So what I did is I had to chamber another barrel, and I developed one load, the world load for one barrel, and the England load for a different barrel, and hope for the best.
And then you got to
Yeah.
put another 500 into nationals.
Yeah. So the nationals, I'm gonna use up the barrel that I had in London.
Okay.
That's the one I'm gonna use, and then for Southwest Nationals, I'm gonna use the world barrel.
Oh.
But
So they kind
between,
of flip flop. They just kind of flip flop each other.
yeah, but between now and that and Southwest Nationals, I'm gonna chamber another barrel because I already know what the load is. So now it'll be just the barrel. Can't
Yeah.
change the load, right? And then
Yeah.
just tune with the tuner and see if, I don't know, if I fall into a better barrel. I mean, the one that
Yeah.
I have now shoots really good, but yeah, man, it's a fun little game that we have to play. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I went through and was looking at my barrel management, because that's like, it's the thing that we all start dealing with, right? Like we've got like a rack of barrels, and it's like, okay, this one's got 700, this one's got 300, this one's got 1200,
right?
this one was a hammer, and you start detailing all your notes and looking at everything else. And it's a funny game. And I don't even do that much of it. Like you and I both know people who, put 3 or 4 barrels on every gun before they decide on one. And, you
Yeah, I was
know,
talking to Speedy yesterday. I went by his shop and we actually touched on this. Do you have barrels on the shelf that are like, this is my top of the line barrel, like this is my best barrel, or this is, do you do that? You save your Hummers?
so I have to admit, I am not great at doing that. I always hear people like Todd and Jay and stuff like that, where they're like, oh yeah, I went out, I shot it, had a couple hundred rounds on it. I knew it was a hammer, and that's going to get put away for 8 months. I've tried to be a little better about it, but I'm really greedy with my barrels. And I'm probably a little too competitive in that I use my barrels for every match. I don't try to. I do have like a hammer barrel. I still have my barrel from Southwest Nationals that I just haven't used, that's sitting there.
Uh-huh.
And I've tried not to spin it on, but I haven't been really good about, kind of that part of it. I mean, I still manage barrels,
Take
but
a
not like
wild guess
crazy.
of how many hammer barrels I have on my shelf right now.
0.
Exactly. I don't do that. I don't know. I just put it on the rifle and it stays on the rifle until shot out, and then I chamber another one. And I don't know. If it's not a barrel that I consider good enough, then why keep it on at all? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I only shoot big matches nowadays. I do a few club matches, but and that's the beauty about shooting a 284, that you have 2,000 rounds, right? So
Yeah.
you still have enough room to play around with it and take it to club matches and stuff, But yeah, I don't save barrels. I just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It works for some people. I think I'm sort of smashed in the middle. I like to think that barrel management makes me a better shooter mentally, just because it I feel like if I'm trying to manage barrels, at least, then I'm conscious of how I'm shooting and what I'm shooting, as opposed to just throwing on another barrel. Like, I mean, because I can't do my own barrels. So, I'm kind of at the mercy of a gunsmith. And so, like at the beginning of the year, I'll usually hand him 4 or 5 barrels and just say, put them all together, spin them all up. And then I kind of manage those barrels over a year. And so, like, I guess for me, it's not just going out and blowing off rounds all the time needlessly. If I'm consciously trying to say, okay, like, this is a really good barrel, or this is a barrel I want to shoot in a match, and I just don't want to go willy nilly shoot another couple hundred rounds on it.
Right, right. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, I put on the rifle and it stays on there until it's most of the time I don't wait for them to go dead. Once they start getting harder to clean, typically
Yeah.
16 or 1,800 rounds or so, I just pull them off and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, John, go ahead and go practice you daddies. I know you got to go.
Man,
But
I'm telling you what, we're gonna come up with something here in the meantime, because I don't know, we'll come up with something that keeps everybody on their toes about who's gonna win this thing, because I don't think it's gonna be as easy as you think.
yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
I mean, you are prettier, so if they vote for the pretty person, I mean, I've got those rugged
Get
looks.
on the blue steel. Anyway, all right, John. Thanks for the chat, and go practice you daddies. In
Hey,
the
don't forget to
meantime,
keep them centered.
yeah, keep them centered and go, John. He will have to show his face when he says it's you daddies. So
I can't wear a mask. No horse mask this
no,
time.
no. So go subscribe to my channel
No,
and
it's
let's get
my
it up
channel.
to let's get it up to 100,000. So
No,
John can give
20,000.
us a bunch of you daddies at national. Oh yeah, how many? How many you daddies?
What if I'll throw this out as a bigger gauntlet. What if one of us has to shave our face
What about the you daddies?
and the you daddies?
Okay. Oh wow.
So so you have to shave. If one of us hits our mark before nationals, we will shave on camera at the Ben Avery line.
The other, yeah, the other one, the loser.
The loser shaves their face on the firing line at Ben Avery.
Okay.
And I
Perfect.
really don't want to. I really don't want to shave my face.
Wow. Not only we're gonna see your face, we're gonna see like your complete face, like completely shaved off.
No hair mask.
Wow. Go subscribe to my channel because we gotta
I
do
don't.
this.
I'm trying to picture what you're gonna look
This
like without a
has to do
mustache
this.
and a.
Oh, we have to do this.
Yeah,
We
you're
have
gonna.
to.
I don't know if I've ever seen you without any facial hair, Eric.
Wow. Wow. Oh, dude,
All right,
this how many
go
you
to F
daddies?
slash John.
How
F
many
slash
how many
John.
you daddies? How many you daddies?
20,000 subs.
How many you daddies? 5? Oh wow, we're gonna have to use them very wisely. Who's gonna win? Go ahead and practice. Who's gonna win?
This guy. This guy.
Who's gonna win? Come on, let's use one of them right now. Who's gonna win?
Don't forget to go to F class John and subscribe. We want to hit that
Actually-
20,000 mark.
Actually, unsubscribe to his channel and subscribe to mine. Let's offset the numbers. Dude, we gotta see John shaved.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't want to see you go into Google and typing how do I buy subscribers.
No. We can do this fair and square. All right, John. Wow.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you. See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya.